Do it.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome everybody to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. Suns Fans, or we don't even fucking know anymore. Welcome to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and we are joined, as always, by everyone's favourite piece of shit, Boyd. Boyd, how are you, my friend?
I'm awesome, mate. I'm at peace. I'm at peace, and I'm fucking awesome, and I feel both horrible and brilliant about it. How are you, buddy?
Fantastic, mate. Thanks for asking. And, of course, all the way from Singapore, Nate, how are you, my friend?
Perpetually warm, sweaty, and just overall kind of over it. This whole fucking thing we're going to talk about.
Fair enough, and we will dig into that very shortly. But we're also joined by our perennial favourite guest, our favourite coming on. And when things got really depressing today during the second half, I reached out to him and said, "We've missed you, dude, and today's going to suck ass doing a podcast. We need you back." And he went, "You know I've always got your back." Justin, welcome back on. At So Says Jay on Twitter, our favourite guest. Thank you for joining us, mate.
Thank you, boys. Happy New Year. It's lovely to see you, and I fucking hate it here. Not
just
like
for
you, just for
this
the
doesn't
record,
count
right?
as one of your quarterly pods, okay?
Collectively here. You know
Oh,
what?
yes, it does.
You know what? You know what? We'll get let's remind me to talk about my podcast a little later and my displeasure with my podcasting colleagues.
We'll definitely get into
Not really
that.
like I love them, just to be clear. It's like displeasure in the sense that I'm saying this displeasure to create drama when there's not really drama, but I still want to talk about it.
Just wind some things up. We will say Happy New Year to all of our fans out there, all three of you. Thanks for following us and liking us and doing all that sort of stuff. It's always a pleasure to have you on and listening to us, especially right now when numbers are perennially much lower due to the performance of the team that we're going to speak about next. Gentlemen, the Phoenix Suns. Aren't they wonderful? Haven't they started off our 2025 year just in such a positive and fantastic fashion? I mean, we've got two of the most positive Phoenix Suns fans of all time, and Justin and Boyd here with us. This is going to be uplifting. It's going to be uplifting for the souls of Phoenix Suns fans everywhere. Boyd, talk to me about how you're feeling about the Phoenix Suns.
Well, I'm just, mate, how am I feeling about the Phoenix Suns? Well, we have to fucking blow it up, mate. That's how I feel. Blow it the fuck up, because the way I feel we're playing and the way that we played last year, I feel like we've exhausted every fucking excuse in the book for these guys, and even the most fucking hardy Suns fans, most positive guys out there have had enough. Well, and you were saying earlier, Gav, we've sat through 19 win seasons. We sat through a decade of fucking dribble and fucking broth. A fucking decade of shit raining on us. And we've now, in the last 3 or 4 years, we've made a finals, and we seem to be a regular in the playoffs. And I have never been more down on this team than I am today. That's where we are. That's how I'm going, Gav. But I finally fucking realised, so I'm feeling good.
Fabulous. Nate, how are you feeling about the Phoenix Suns?
Well, I'm just checking my Ladbrokes bet as we speak because I didn't follow the stats. But to sum up exactly where I'm at was I never put a multi on without throwing in a Suns win. But today was the first day where I picked a multi and I did not put Suns win in. And a fucking good thing. But of a 6-leg multi, I still only got 2 legs. And I think KD delivered on both of them, which means Book had a terrible game. Bradley Beal had a terrible game. And that's all I've got to say, really. Fuck me. Seriously? Oh, Book actually had stat-wise, he had a good game, but didn't fucking contribute or win, did it?
He almost had a triple-double.
Yeah.
Again.
Justin.
I fucking hate it here, dude. Like,
Bradley
what are we
Beal is
doing?
the fucking point guard today. Couldn't get 4 assists. Fucking cunt.
First of all, actually, I feel like I might have found a sliver of hope in all of this, because what I've been able to at least ascertain so far, at least maybe there's an argument to be made, is that this is all Nate's fault for continuously betting on the Suns to win. Now I understand I understand that you did not do it today, but maybe you betting on them just like they're like any part of them is just jinxing the whole fucking thing. So how about this, Nate? Next game, let's not bet anything related to the Sun. Is that too much to ask? Do you have that much of a gambling problem? If you do, there's a number for you to call.
Put a multi on the other team for the next game.
You know what? Fuck it, I will.
Light up.
Okay. I'll wait till it's like Denver or someone, and then just bet everything on Denver.
You know what? I'm gonna put.
Well, the Pelicans, that fucking matter.
I'm gonna put an unreasonable amount of money on the fucking money line for the other team next game.
I think we should all do that. Let's lead it.
Let's get rich,
are playing.
Let's get rich on our misery.
Let's lead that amongst everyone there. No, we're not playing the Wizards. We're playing somebody. We're playing somebody.
No, let's bet on the Wizards. Let's put the mortgage on the Wizards.
Well, we probably, the problem is that we do that like out of a to try and break what's been going on, and the Wizards would still beat us. That's what'll happen.
70. Hornets 1-7. The Hornets. That's the game right there. That's the big money line game, boys. Let's go.
Big money line game, the Hornets, because we're playing Philly next.
Yeah,
we're playing Philly next. Yeah. That's going to be. We're going to be very, very.
I don't know. They're kind of a hot mess too. I guess there are a lot of teams around that are a hot mess, but we just obviously pay attention to our hot mess.
Yeah,
it doesn't even feel like it doesn't even feel like there's nothing endearing about this hot mess. It's not like, oh, so like okay, I'm gonna use a terrible example here, but Draymond Green, the guy's a fucking lunatic. But I'm sure Mavs fans, fucking God, they're making me this angry. Warriors fans are like, oh, but he's our lunatic. Like, we can't even be like, oh, this is our hot mess, because like I hate it.
Well, what was this week? Steph was vocally saying the team is average, his team, but they still fucking beat us. And I'm betting they didn't walk away going, "Fuck yeah, we beat the Suns! What an achievement!" They probably walked away like every other fucking team, going, "Yeah, figured as much."
Like my youngest was younger. She's 10. Okay, when she was younger, and she would have like soccer games where she was just like, blah, blah, she didn't want to be there. My wife would be like, look, sweetheart, there's one thing that I will not accept. You can make mistakes, whatever. But like not putting forth effort, that's just not acceptable, because you're not just like, that's disrespectful to your teammates. That's disrespectful to your parents who put forth effort to get you here. And like, that's like a conversation that my wife had to have with a 9-year-old like twice, and she figured it out. And I'm sitting here watching these fucking grown-ass men getting paid millions of dollars. And I just want to be like, look, sweetheart. Because like that's where it starts.
And that leads me into where I want to say I'm at with the Suns.
Hey, let's go, Gav.
How do you feel about the Suns, Gav?
Yeah, Gav.
Yes, sweetheart.
How I feel about the Suns is exactly how Justin's wife feels about talking to his daughter. And just something that I want to address right now.
Also, her daughter, just to be clear, like
her daughter as well. Their daughter. There's something that I need to address here, and I see I copped it today on my timeline, on my Twitter timeline, because I said something about no matter what you say about Bradley Beal, at least when the guy steps on the floor, he puts his body on the line, and you can see that. He may be shooting poorly, he may be performing poorly, but the guy will stand in front of a fucking runaway train for the team. There's too many guys on our team that don't do that. And I've copped it from all angles. I've copped it about the coaches. I've copped it about the owners. I've copped it about James Jones. I've copped it about everybody else. Okay, one thing. Those guys aren't on the fucking floor. They're not getting paid between $5 and $50 million a year to play fucking basketball and then complain when somebody in the media is naughty to them or mean about their performance or mean about their effort. They're not whinging about the fact that somebody's trying to hold them accountable for their fucking lack of effort. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a fucking sport that you used to love. But now what you're doing is acting like fucking rich, spoiled brats who don't want anyone to call you out for your shit efforts, and your efforts are shit. That's what they are. You get upset when the opposition side extends defense on you. So what's opposition teams done to the Phoenix Suns all year? They've extended defense on us. The Indiana Pacers are a shit house defensive fucking team. They extended full court on us, and what we did was the equivalent of throwing toys out of the cot because we didn't get a free rein to do what we wanted on fucking offense. And then instead of actually going and pushing them right back in the fucking face, because I don't know about you guys, but you guys, you play sports, right? You guys have all played sports in one way.
Yes.
I'm like, currently, does
No,
golf
no,
count? 'Cause yes,
not,
that, but-
golf does as well, I guess. But you play sports.
I'm just saying, I'm
I don't know.
42. I'm not out there playing
I don't-
basketball and like blowing
I
out
don't know.
games and shit. What can I say?
I don't know about you guys. I'm 46 and I play Masters over 35s on a Tuesday night. And I can tell you that every time I step on the court, it fucking pisses me off if the opposition is getting lippy or fucking beating us up or doing anything else. And I push back.
I hear you, buddy.
Our team is too gutless to push back. You are fucking overpaid, absolute fucking fancy Nancy pants boys who just are not willing to have a crack. And as Boyd said, if you're not willing to have a crack, fuck off and let someone else who will.
Next man up.
That's how I feel about the Suns at the moment.
I think, hey, we need to build around Ryan Dunn. give me some complimentary pieces to Ryan Dunn, please, and thank you very much.
I've got two things I want to reply to Gav's rant there. The first one is I had to change my EQ settings on the soundbar because it was rumbling and shit was vibrating off it. Thanks.
I apologize for the sleepover.
And the second one is you made a very good point about like spoiled little brats, because right now the Phoenix Suns to me look like an expat kid in Singaporean international school, too privileged and think they think they're just too good to actually fucking prove themselves. So you sum that up well.
So I guess from my point of view, who do you think I mean, we're all frustrated, right? So we're all gonna get a bit worked up here, and I'm certainly going to probably get worked up a few more times outside of this. Who do you think, Boyd, on this roster right now is putting out there exactly what we expect? And you know what? Before you do, I'm going to continue on this. People can fucking jump down our throats as fans, especially the players who get upset that we write shit on Twitter. They can jump down our throat as fans. You sit at home and, I don't care about your multi and blah. I've always agreed with the players on this shit. I don't anymore after watching this Suns team for the last month. Right? But yes, we sit at home. Yes, you are privileged to play this game because you were skilled enough and talented enough and you worked hard enough to get there. But to maintain that spot, you need to continue to work hard. And you can't tell somebody who people wear their heart on their sleeves and they give everything to this fucking team. We love this team. We burn for this team. We're fucking doing a podcast because of it.
We bleed orange.
But when you don't give a fuck, that breaks people.
Hoorah!
You don't know, as players, you don't understand that you're breaking fucking people. Because this is our outlet. This is our outlet. Supporting the Phoenix Suns is our outlet. And if you're going to put no fucking effort in, you are going to break people. Boyd, who on the team is delivering at the moment.
Who is delivering?
Before I keep going and say
Shall I-
something else wrong.
I'm sorry, that transition killed me.
Who's not fucking injured?
Boyd, who is doing a good job for the team right now.
Because I'm ready to rip into someone again. Ah.
Go. I want you to tell me who's doing well and
I
then
feel
rip
like
into
if
everybody
you
who's
give him an
fucking
answer,
not.
he's gonna yell at you. So be very careful.
You know that guy that runs out and cleans up the spills on the court?
I was going to say, don't say the bloke with the microphone with the fucking big hair because I would have yelled at you.
No, it's just no. At the moment, and I hope you don't mind if I start on our bench. I think
They're the only ones we've got to talk about. What the fuck are you? Go for it.
Man, it's the fucking, and it's any one of these three. I'm going to say, and I'll say our two rookies for starters, our two rooks, and fucking Josh Okogie for mine, and Royce O'Neal before the injury. He's obviously, and so he should be. He's gotten a nice contract, but he's always been that type of a player. But he doesn't seem to ever sort of give up on a play, whereas we see it from the other guys all too much. Give up on a play, give up on a game. I feel like we're fucking. Oh man, I'm not going to keep ranting. I'm going to go with the two rookies and Royce O'Neal, and I'm going to get into another rant later, no doubt.
I kind of feel like I want a Band-Aid to cover that up. Look, for me, it's the guys that are on one-year contracts and are injured. So you got to put Royce in there because he's been our best player all fucking year, if you ask me, most consistent. And then you've got people like Mason Plumlee ready to step up, give it. I mean, he might not look as fluid and impactful, but since Nurk's been out, he looks like he's putting the effort in. Like even that fucking fly-through dunk he tried to do on Miles Turner today, at least he put the fucking effort in or went for it. It didn't pan out, but I mean, Miles Turner's known for his defense, but he still went for it. So for me, and fucking Tyus Jones has been a revelation. Monte Morris is doing everything we could have wanted and more. I mean, if you had to pick one player, I'm giving it to Royce. I mean, J.O.'s doing his job. He got given an opportunity. He's making the most of it. And he still looks a little sloppy out there, but, he still looks surprised.
You're going to fucking mention everybody.
Yeah, well, but I haven't mentioned anyone from the starting lineup except our injured point guard. Like, fucking... Or illness.
Nobody, they're all fucking gutless.
Yes. Fuck it.
That's
I'm not even gonna contest.
I won't have you talking about Royce like that, Jay. I'm sorry.
What is he doing to improve the rest of the players around him? Nothing. I don't know that, but I'm not seeing it.
Well, okay, so let's get on to whose job is it?
Somebody step up.
Who should be the one person that improves every fucking person around them?
I don't give a shit who it is.
No, there is an answer.
There's a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy, right? But if the fucking people at the top aren't doing it, then guess what? It goes down. Somebody has to fucking step up and say something and do something at some point. And say, hey, you're all being a bunch of fucking sooks? Is that the word you guys would use down there?
Yeah, we fucking sooks, yeah.
Right? Like somebody needs to step up and say that. And nobody's saying that. I don't care if it's Devin Booker. I don't care if it's
got to be Book or
Ty Washington. Is he still on the team?
It has to be Book.
Ty is. He played tonight. He had a whole
I don't care, but that's what I'm saying, dude. I don't care which one of those dudes it is. Somebody has to grow a pair of fucking balls and call out the other men in that locker room.
Quick question. On that exact note, have you ever seen...
Let me in.
Yeah,
you were in the arena. What stopped
Bring
you?
back Jared Dudley.
I'll be there in 6 weeks, Justin. 6 to 8 weeks. Let's fucking go in together. We'll fucking go and do it.
We've seen the likes of Chris Paul and
might happen.
and a couple of others, PJ Tucker, Jay Crowder, even Book back in the Chris Paul era, bark at players and get fucking down on them and all that sort of stuff in different ways. Have you ever seen this between Book and Durant? on each other. On each other.
No.
There should be more of that. I think there should be more of that.
I'm telling you right now that's one of the biggest problems in this team right now is the fact that, and I hate to say it, but Book and KD are two fucking buddy. Let's blow wind up each other's ass because we both love basketball, and we'll just talk about basketball to each other. We're hoopers. We care. Nobody else.
I think this is something that only Australians will understand. But Gav, it's exactly what you pointed out. What we've got is a team of people in a fucking daisy chain, big ass bloody circle jerk. That's what we've got.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Justin,
hey,
go.
Why? Never mind. I'm not gonna. I think that Devin Booker holds, and look, I get it to a degree, but I think Devin Booker holds KD up in like too high a reverence. And I think the only way that gets broken is if KD tells him to fucking stop it. But I think KD just doesn't care enough to. And I don't even mean that in a bad way. I think KD is almost the type that would be like, I shouldn't have to say anything like that to somebody kind of thing.
No,
it's hard to tell someone to stop it when you're dixing them out.
He can't fucking sit back and take a shot on Twitter. He's not going to take it fucking in the locker room, man. But here's the thing though. What does KD oftentimes come at with people on Twitter? It's like, this is our world. This is what we do. You don't get this, right?
Yeah, you don't understand
that. You think KD hasn't had a conversation, like a difficult conversation, if you will, with any player he's ever played with? I feel like it's had to happen at some point, right?
Yeah, of course he has.
I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like,
fucking
the dude's
Kyrie,
basketball junkie, right? No matter
what.
He
sure as shit had that conversation with fucking Draymond Green. That's why he left.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean,
good on Draymond now. Oh, I hate saying that, but
why the fuck would you let's not get crazy.
Let's not get out of control.
I'll retract it.
But yeah, man, I think it's just a matter of, dude, it's like you got to be able to talk to people that you love in a way that might
upset them,
come across in a way that could be, I don't want to say hurtful, but that if they're not going to receive it as something that is coming from a good place, could be perceived as hurtful. And those conversations aren't easy to have sometimes. And I feel like a lot of those need to happen within that locker room, and somebody needs to start that shit happening.
And
dude, I legit think the team needs a team psychologist, dude. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
They need one of those open fucking roundtable sessions where they all sit down and just fucking let it out. Everything in here is here. Just fucking say it, because I agree with you 100%, Justin. It's at the moment, Book just holds KD in some sort of reverence. But the NBA is a dynamic world. It's a dynamic environment. You need to be able to have those accountability conversations. And like who on this team today, the Suns weren't bad with turnovers. But Kevin Durant had half of our fucking total turnover count.
Last 3 games, that cunt's had 16 fucking turnovers in
year. And last year as well.
3 games alone.
Who's calling him out for that shit?
Not a single fucking soul is going to say, oi, you stupid big fucking klutz. Hold on to the fucking ball. Or don't fucking dribble the cunt.
And the problem with the KD turnovers is he always has the most amount of his turnovers when the opposition team is on the run that kills us out of the game. He always has 3 or 4 in that period. Dude, just
his
fucking stop.
His first one tonight was a gem.
Straight away.
It?
First possession of the game.
And look,
I was like, kill me now. Take me now. I'm serious. Like,
here we go.
And Nerd cops all the shit in the world for his turnovers because they're blatantly bad at times. But fucking Kevin Durant, like, number one, Kevin Durant I'd love to see if someone does a stat of who loses the ball in their dribble at the top of the key most in the NBA, because it'd be Kevin fucking Durant.
It almost looks like it's part of a fucking crossover or a double step or something because he loses it so consistently.
It's not only that; it's got to the point now where I think opposition teams allow him to get the ball at the top of the key, and then the guy stands low with his hands down, and he just dribbles the ball into his hands.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
The problem, half of the problem is
anyway.
a lot of the contact, and in his defense, a lot of the contact isn't called. There's always a lot of contact.
Oh, he's been beat up in the last month, in particular, like significantly beat up.
But the problem is that he fucking, even when it's only a slight judder and it's just a fumble, there seems to be, and I think it's league wide, but in star players, and Kevin Durant, I've noticed it in particularly, is there seems to be an accentuation. Is that the word? The accentuating something? It seems to be
accentuation.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah. There seems to be a bit of that, and it's almost like they're looking for the fucking referee as they're going like this and saying, "You seeing this fucking big show I'm putting on? I'm getting touched here, and I shouldn't be getting touched, and now I've lost the ball. I've lost the ball because." And it's just fucking bullshit. It's like
the problem is the other superstars in the NBA do that shit and they fucking spend their lives at the free throw line.
Yeah.
So
I'd like to see Aussie Man Reviews take over K-Ray's job for a game. I just think Aussie Man Reviews would have an absolute field day commentating on this team.
This is one of the other rants that I wanted to go on. So there's a very good.
I'm not finished on your last
rant. Go.
Hold on, KD.
Yes.
Like, I get the turnover thing, but like, if you take away his turnovers and you take away then everything else he contributes to the game, where's this team at? You know what I mean? Like, turnovers suck, but he's like the only one that's even making this fucking team watchable right now. Right now he is, because he's still the purest fucking shooting, or one of the purest shooters in the NBA. And every time he pulls up and shoots that thing, you just go, my God, this guy's unbelievable. He's one of the top 10 players of all time. There's no doubt. The problem is that he's doing so much of it, and someone just said in the chat that he's up like 0.1% on his turnover average. Well, from what it was last year, he turned the ball over a fuckload last year. He traditionally turns the ball over a lot, but he's an extremely high usage player, and he's it's the points off of turnovers that's the killer, and then the theatrics afterwards, arguing with referees and not getting back, and it sets a standard for everybody else as well to do similar. But I just want to make a comment on one of your comments earlier before we move on, because you keep pushing the agenda. You were talking about getting a psychologist in and the round table, right? This isn't a slant. This is a genuine. The round table, if you work in a team, you call out, you build up, you regroup, you make a change, and you go out to succeed. You do things differently. Where's the respect from the guys earning $50 million a year for the guys that gave up money to take a minimum contract 1-year deal to come support them? We got people like Tyus Jones and Mason Plumlee and Monte Morris that took less money than they could get elsewhere to come in on a 1-year deal, essentially, to support our 3 stars. And there doesn't seem to be any top-down respect for the guys that sacrifice for them. That's what's pissing me off. And that's where I think a psychologist on this round fucking table you mentioned will go a long fucking way.
We need a lawyer in there. Justin, can you pop in there and fucking control a round table discussion between the Suns?
I could fucking motivate these guys. That's what I fucking do.
I think you could.
I guarantee you.
I think
they need somebody like me in their fucking ears.
Damn,
somebody that's going to tell them how great they are, but also make sure they remember they're not that fucking great. Yeah, it's confusing.
All right, we've spoken about KD. I want to move on to this person here, because I said a few pods ago, gentlemen, that I think the Olympics ruined Devin Booker. The Devin Booker we knew. He became a role player because of the Olympics. Then he came out, proved me wrong, because the very next game he must have watched the pod and fucking tore it apart and became the book that we all loved and knew, and then slipped back into being part of the show again. But there's with this comment from Dano, there's something I want to focus on, and that's the legendary thing because of the Kobe Bryant stuff. Now, Book, it's very clear that Book has always maintained that he wants to have his career like Kobe, that one team player, that player that leads the way and leads his team to championships and controls everything. And I'm an unabashed. I think Devin Booker is the greatest player to ever play for the Phoenix Suns. We've had this debate, and I've said that he's already there. A lot of people say Nash and Barkley because they won MVPs and blah, 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 and took us to finals and whatever else. I think Devin Booker's already the greatest player that's ever played for the Phoenix Suns. But there's a real problem that's going on this season right now as it stands. And that is that Devin Booker is deferring. And he's deferring heavily to Kevin Durant at the moment. When you watched now, look, don't get me wrong. As an individual, I don't even have Kobe Bryant in my top 15 players of all time, based on skill alone. But on mentality, Kobe Bryant was one of the top 3 players of all time. From a mentality standpoint, Devin Booker was on that path, but he's not anymore. He does not have that killer mentality this year. He does not have that mentality that we knew Book had, and he needs it back. So when we talk about Justin going in and sorting these blokes out, he needs a slap in the face. He needs to wake up and look, even to the point where Kevin Durant should be the one doing it to him and going, you've changed. Your mentality has changed. You are not that killer anymore, and we need you to be that killer.
Gav, you blame that on the Olympics. I reckon
I'm blaming it on the Olympics.
No, I reckon it goes as far back as when we lost the finals and his DA's effort when we bowed out of the finals and they got rid of fucking DA the next year. I think that moment, I don't think we've seen the same killer Book since then.
Last year, I still think we saw killer Book. Absolutely, we saw killer Book last year. I don't where it got us. There was still
easily influenced, guys. He's easily fucking influenced, and we'd be doing better with Chris Paul at this point. That Bradley Beal trade doesn't happen.
Oh,
and we are in a. We'd be doing better.
CP3 with fucking Book and KD, he would sort those cunts out. Absolutely.
We had it for a short window, but everyone was fucking injured as per usual, and we didn't get to see much of it because he was fucking he was airlifted out of here shortly after. But here's the problem: KD likes to fucking chuff the weed and is laid back, and he's a hooper and he wants to look good and all that sort of shit. And he's a brilliant fucking talented player, but I don't think that he really, is going to fucking bear down on anyone in this team and fucking make him accountable.
You went back to KD there though, Boyd. I did,
and everything's going to go back to KD.
It's not Kevin Durant. Boyd, it's not Kevin Durant's responsibility to bring back Book's fucking killer edge. It's Book's responsibility. He's the one who needs to bring it back.
He doesn't need to be concerned about stepping on KD's toes either, because KD doesn't give a fuck about being the number one. He doesn't go out there, do what he does, take a gummy after the game, fucking whatever. Book could step up, be the boss, and KD's not going to give a shit.
What was that, Boyd?
He can't do it with this crew.
He can.
He can't.
Yes, he can.
Why? KD and Bradley Beal. Who the fuck can you do it with?
No,
he needs to do it.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can. I think he's
too Justin, I've never heard you this quiet for so long.
Far.
I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. He can't do well
with the fucking.
Are we talking about?
I said Book. Exactly. Boyd muddied the water. I said Book needs to bring back that killer mentality. I said Book's lost the killer mentality, and he needs to get it back. And it's his responsibility to get it back. And Boyd's saying he can't because of KD.
Oh yeah, that seems crazy. I feel like I
hang on, you just fucking said pretty much the same thing.
No,
hired-
I
he
didn't.
holds
I
KD
say that
to
I say
higher
that he
reverence.
does. I didn't say that can't be overcome. I said it needs to be overcome.
Yeah, okay, you said that. Technically,
Yeah.
but hey, okay, well, my opinion
Technically
on that
or
is
like
I don't think he
literally.
can. I don't
Like
think he can.
it's not technically. God, people. Sorry. I took a
Technically.
personality test recently, and it says that, like, literally my personality archetype. One of its flaws was your literalness can sometimes like frustrate people. So here we are. Sorry, that's me.
Well, I'm just saying that part of his personality, I don't think it can be changed. I don't think he's ever going to fucking stand up to the best player on the team. It's not in him.
Justin?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have
I
no
disagree.
reason to think I have no reason to think that it can happen. Like I'd like to think that it can, but like I said before, and I get where you're coming from, Boyd. I said before that I think KD's almost the guy that has to tell him to stop it. So
Yes.
I guess ultimately, Boyd, while I disagreed momentarily, our net result is the same in that I don't think KD is going to be the dude that's going to be like, hey, Book, chill, man. Like you and me, right? It doesn't have
Justin,
to be like this.
What you said was you don't think Book will do it unless KD tells him. Yeah?
Right.
And what Gavin's saying is that regardless of whether KD is a fucking thing on this team or not, Book has to look within himself. And we've just said that we don't think that he's going to do it unless KD tells him. So really, yeah, you're right. The end outcome is...
I think I think what I'm saying is I think
I've
can
confused
do it.
all of
You're
us.
saying, I'm saying that I think Book can do that. You're saying you don't think he can at all.
Look,
With
okay.
KD.
Nate's just sipping on his drink like a smart man. I should have stayed quiet earlier. See, I said I didn't know what you guys were talking about. You had to bring me back in.
Of course it's possible. It's possible to fucking put one foot in front of the other and then keep going and keep going. Literally, it's possible. But this is an opinion pod, and I don't think he will.
Okay.
Can I just check in? Are we on the who needs to pull your finger out segment?
That's I kind of
No,
took
I think
that
we're
out.
still on the who needs something good this season
Because
segment, aren't we?
the who pull your finger out segment is pretty much the entire team. I think we've ascertained that.
Still.
I think we've ascertained that during this rant. And Boyd, I understand what you're saying, but as your opinion is, you don't think he can while KD's on the team.
Yeah. Again, I keep jumping from literalness, not to because I don't want to fucking upset Justin.
And literalness is not a word.
My literalness and also
Still not a word.
my feels, my opinion more so. And yeah, I just don't think it's I don't think it's possible because I don't think it will happen. But theory.
So hold on. It remains possible, but you don't think it will happen.
Yes.
See, there it is. Now we're all on the same page.
Chance in hell it happens.
I think we all believe that.
We've got there.
I think we all believe that. I think we all believe that it is possible, but we do not believe it will happen.
Yeah, correct.
But I also believe that we all hope it will happen.
Correct. There we go.
So
we got
possible,
there.
believe no, hope yes.
We got there. We got there eventually.
This is living. Imagine living with me. My wife's life. My kids though are, god damn it, dude. They get me already. I'm like, oh shit, you guys are gonna be good when you're like my 10-year-old when she's like 13. I'll be like, I don't know. I bought her a Lamborghini. No, I can't afford it, but she convinced me to somehow do it. And then she convinced the guy to sell it to us. I don't know what happened. Anyway.
My next question for you, gentlemen. We've ranted quite a bit. Now comes the fun part. We haven't even started the fun part yet. Boyd, what fixes this?
We have to.
Well, that's not on the agenda.
No. Look, I
need a week to prepare for that fucking question.
No, I think at this point, if you cannot bring Jimmy Butler in, via the
Fuck,
really,
man.
really, really narrow Bradley Beal corridor. If you can't bring him in through that means, I think it's trade KD and respect this thing around Book again, and fucking damage control.
I'm glad I asked you. I'm glad I asked you
Put the window
first.
back a couple of years.
I'm glad
Oh,
I asked you first, and you brought it up so that we can roll into it. What the fuck?
It's got too far.
Hold on. What the fuck does Jimmy Butler change if we bring him in right now?
Why the fuck would he
Player.
come here with his mentality?
Hang on.
Why would he come here with
Hang
his
on.
mentality?
Hey, stat lines aside, he is one of the most opposing players in the league. You say the word accountability in the NBA, and you see what this cunt did at fucking Minnesota. He wasn't fucking having it. He told their franchise fucking guy, their future, their pillar of that. He's gone now, but at that time, Carl Anthony Towns was that franchise at that time, and he fucking he got to loggerheads with him, and he fucking found himself out of
Got
it.
traded. Yeah.
Yeah, he did, and I think.
So what? He's going to come in and call people out and get traded.
Hey, what I'm saying is that if Jimmy Butler doesn't fix it, and I said
Fucking worth a shot.
the whole thing needs to be fucking blown up and obliterated, absolutely fucking torn down to the
Okay,
studs.
but what's
Jimmy Butler demands.
Jimmy Butler gets
accountability.
traded tomorrow. He gets traded for Bradley Beal.
Okay,
He's got as many injuries as everybody else that we're fucking talking about.
yeah.
But what does he change
I
in
just
this
fucking
team
told you,
right
mate.
now?
I just fucking told you.
You're
Let's fucking
banking
tell you.
on the
Do you-
fact that he's got that same mentality as Kobe that you mentioned before that might make an influence on the other players. But all you guys are talking
Yes.
about bringing players in to change it. The players aren't the ones that are going to change what happens here. They just need to fucking listen to some cunt. I think
And
Boyd was on the right track.
Well,
when
that's
he
the
mentioned Butler.
players do need to be the ones that change it, but it's the players that already play for the fucking Suns.
But I think Boyd was on a track when he mentioned not so much Butler, but the Heat.
We just spent 35 fucking minutes talking about the team has no accountability. There's no one fucking giving effort, and now we're talking about bringing someone in who's the fucking what's that word again?
Epitome.
Epitome?
The epitome of that definition that we're
We
saying that
fucking
we
love
lack.
Boyd.
That we lack. He is the
He's a-
absolute fucking pinnacle.
He's a bogan
of
dictionary waiting to happen.
That. You're saying it won't fix anything.
I feel like you guys are shitting on Boyd's point here just for the sake of shitting on Boyd's point. I feel like it's a valid
No,
point.
I
mean,
No,
to
we shit on
be
Boyd.
honest,
he's
I'm not.
talking about like putting all the basketball stuff aside. If we're talking about this team needs somebody who's going to be willing to call out players and show a fucking pair, whether it's on or off the court, like Jimmy Butler checks those boxes. Now, at the same time, to your point, Gavin, yeah, things can also go the way they're currently going in Miami. But guess what? If that fucking happens here, and if Jimmy Butler, by some fucking grace of God, Satan, however you fucking view that, whether you want it to happen or not, or fucking indifferent to it. But
I'm
if
gonna
that
leave with God on that one.
happens, if that happens, I mean, and we get to a point where he's all fucking like, I'm not happy anymore, blah blah, then we're fucked anyway. So what does it matter?
That's
I'm
right.
not.
Tearing-
I'm
tearing
not
the
and let me
Band-Aid
make it clear. Let me
Tearing
make
the
it clear.
Band-Aid
I'm actually only using your point, Boyd, to call out the Jimmy Butler stuff. Not so much to have a crack at you. Or it's just that's always a pleasing byproduct for me when I have a crack at you.
Yeah.
So,
I want to say something here. I don't think in Miami, Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra would put up with the shit that our management group and coach are putting up with.
You know why? Because Eric Spoelstra's half Filipino. That's why.
I knew
I was
that.
gonna say because those two motherfuckers win titles.
Hey,
You know
no,
why?
to Jay's point,
Because Eric
Because they
Spoelstra's half Filipino.
no, the Filipinos, they're the hardest working people I've ever met.
Thank
Damn
you.
fucking straight.
Half of me is very
Damn
thankful
fucking
for that
straight.
comment.
Hey,
The other
what's-
half of me is still trying to get some motivation to work.
let me throw something out there for everyone to verbal diarrhea on. What about bringing Phil Jackson in as a consultant?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Glad I said it.
I feel like Justin's against that.
Consult what? Like,
Yeah,
All
I'd
the
rather
garbage we've been fucking talking about.
I'd rather him stop fucking talking and start acting. That's what I'd rather. I don't
Yeah.
know about the consultancy thing. I don't know about the look. We've got a playing group right now that needs something to change. Something needs to
Fucking enema. That's what they need.
something needs to happen. And if fucking Fallen Founder sits in our chat anymore and mentions fucking Patrick Ewing, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. He might have got married this week, but he's
Brisbane just recently.
his wife's going to be a fucking widow soon if he keeps fucking talking about Patrick Ewing.
didn't he get engaged like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago or something. And then he's married 3 weeks later. But congratulations, by the way, there,
Sending
Jake.
his first kid off to college in a couple months, probably. Do you think
We're
fast
ve-
in Iowa?
Oh, that's Jake. I didn't realize Jake had
we're
joined
ve-
us.
That's
We're
Jake.
very happy
You didn't
for you,
know
Jake.
that was, like, you just realized Fallen Founder is Jake.
I haven't been watching all the comments. I'm just like sometimes you
You
just
and
switch
Saul
off.
have no fucking clue who that guy is.
I should send him a link so he can come in here and talk about Patrick Ewing.
Actually, do that. Fucking invite the dickhead in. Come on.
Justin.
What?
Oh, sorry, Boyd. Did you finish on your point?
I don't even remember what the fucking point was, mate. I got a little bit annoyed at you. I'm annoyed at
Okay.
you.
It was Phil Jackson coming in as a consultant. That was
Nate's talking about Phil Jackson coming in as a consultant. Justin, what do we need to do to fix this?
This sounds crazy. I think, and I was stoked about the man, but maybe Bud's not the guy. Like, I just don't like, and
we can't fucking.
and I
sack
know
another
we
guy.
can't. I know. But tell me tell me the fucking body language you see right now is not the same body language you saw with Vogel last year, right? Okay, and now as
Vogel
far as
was a
we see, do we know of any discontent amongst the players? No, nothing that's
No one's
weird. It
fucking
says
anybody
nothing-
else's wife.
Nothing we're aware of.
No one's
right?
popping
I'm
blowies
just
for anyone's
saying.
girlfriend in a hotel room.
I'm just
No.
saying.
They've
Look, we're
sorted
not
all
going
that
to. Here's what's not going to happen. There's not going to be a dramatic change via a trade that's going to fix this fucking team. Okay.
Well, it's going to need to be like a
Boyd, the
14 trade with
the
5 fucking
concept-
players
The
involved.
concept of Jimmy Butler, like that idea makes sense, but I don't think that does anything for us ultimately.
Positionally,
right?
though, that's a better fit than fucking Bradley Beal.
Well, sure. But I'm just saying, I don't think that necessarily
the Heat
fixes
want
the
that,
team
though?
because
Fuck.
I think the way these players are looking, the way they're responding right now, isn't a matter of, well, I don't like fucking the guy in the locker next to me. Okay, look, and I know, look, it's fucking nuts because we had the same conversation literally like 6 months ago, but at the end of the day, like, just because it sounds crazy doesn't mean it can't be reality.
You know what we do? Here's the way we fix it. Here's the way we fix it. Because firing another coach and get onto our fourth.
Why the fuck not? Hey,
Well,
let
no,
Book,
I mean,
let
I
Book
mean,
and KD coach. Fuck
we
it.
We could.
Player
and
coaches.
might,
CP3
but
did.
we're just flicking shit against the wall again, right? And we're going to go around and we're going to get excited again.
That's
in the off-season.
every answer to this
Another
question
Greta
is going to
Thunberg
be that.
fucking
You know
fetus
what the
against
How
fix
about-
is? Okay, how about this? You know what the fix is? These guys stop being a bunch of fucking pansies and play basketball like they're capable of playing basketball. That's the fix.
Why don't we
I'm done.
start Monte Morris?
ran over.
We start our bench next game. And we make
With
the
No,
Bradley
because
fucking
Beal
that
on
shit
it.
doesn't work. But that shit
Right.
doesn't work with these like dude, it has to come from the fucking inside, and that's the fucking problem. That's why it's so maddening, dude, because it's not
I
difficult.
said an enema. They need
How
an enema
hard is it to try?
right up the inside.
It's not. I feel like,
How hard is it?
I've never
And-
even got this mad at my fucking kids in their sports because guess what? They've never tried so little.
And that,
Kudos to you
ladies
as a
and
dad.
gentlemen, was the correct answer. The fact is, the only way to fix this is these idiots sitting down, holding each other accountable, and actually fucking putting it out on the floor and putting the effort forward that everybody knows they are more than capable of putting forward. When the coach asks them to extend the defense, extend the fucking defense. When you need to put the effort in, put the effort in. That's the fucking answer. Because, look, I'm going to go back to the preseason board, right? And you and I, we chat all the time on Messenger, right? We jump on, we have a call, we fucking get excited about things, we get upset about things. This is what we do. And in the preseason, we knew that this roster construction this year was fucking way better than last year.
Fucking oath.
Our depth was way better than last year.
Fucking brilliant. On paper.
Everything was there. Everything was there this year. Do you know what's not there? The give a fuck.
Devin
The
Booker.
give a fuck factor is not there. The effort is not there. And that is the fucking problem. Will Jimmy Butler fix that? You know what? Jimmy Butler, there's a chance that if they get involved in a trade with Jimmy Butler, look, the Suns aren't even on the fucking betting board in Vegas anymore.
If he can't fix it,
Because we're not trading for fucking Jimmy
We're
Butler.
a fucking
That was
playing
my
team.
point. Do you think? Okay, put it real simply, and we've gone around about 3 times now on the. It's got to come from within. Okay, I know we don't know this. We don't know the answer to this, but do you think, in your heart of hearts, it will come from within, and they will change?
No.
Yeah.
If it was going to come from within, it would have come from within 3 to 4 weeks ago.
Nate,
Yeah,
yes or no?
this shit needs a coat hanger abortion.
Okay. So we're all in agreement that we need to fucking move on from
That's a little bit.
Is that a yes?
We need to move on from this big 3, yeah?
I think we're almost at that point now where that's the call that needs to be made.
Well, the longer we wait,
the facts are that Miami are not taking on the Bradley Beal contract.
No. They're not taking
not.
that's not the contract. They're not taking on Bradley Beal.
Guys, just why don't we just relegate ourselves to the fact that we're gonna have to just hope they fucking figure it out this season, or we're gonna have to wait and see what happens this offseason.
And that's where I think we're at.
Fuck it.
That is exactly
So happy
where
I
I
paid
think
for my
You know
fucking
what the silver
season
lining
tickets
is
already,
here?
so I still
We're
have to
not
go
talking
to
about
fucking
Nurk.
games.
Hey,
We're
good
not
point,
talking
Nate.
about Nurk right now.
Good
There's
point.
your
But,
silver
hey,
lining. How good is our
The
fucking
longer-
center right now when he
the
gets
longer
back
that we
from
leave-
suspension for fucking having a go? Like,
the
come
longer
on.
we hold our hope for this big 3, the sooner that they're going to fucking leak it to media that they want out, and then the value's going to drop off, and then it's going to add 5 years to our fucking rebuild. We've been there. We've done that. But if we're
Hey, do you know our offensive
we jump
rating
on the
jumps to
cunt-
9th when
we jump
Nurk's
on
on
the
the
cunt
floor?
now, we can fucking clean
I
house and
fucking still love Nurk. I don't want him
some
to
good shit
leave.
back.
I just want him to fucking play. And I want him to punch other people's teams.
You guys
I
ever
really like
notice?
it. I
You
want
guys
that.
ever notice you talk over each other a lot?
Yeah, we do.
We're
This
fucking
is-
Hey,
Australians
you know,
and we're angry. So fuck
I
you,
want
Mr.
to-
Yankee.
I want to. Excuse me. What happened? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to talk over you. I want to go back, and I do want to like formally amend my comment about firing the coach, because as I went on that little rant, I put a little more thought into it, and I'm thinking, look, in an employment world, everyone works for a fucking boss they hate at some point, right? But guess what? You do your fucking job, and guess what? Sometimes that boss you hate makes you fucking better at your job. Sometimes maybe you need to suck up your pride and fucking listen a little bit, right? Maybe that's
Suck
where
a
we
little
are
corporate
too.
dick.
I don't know.
And
Right.
right now, I can't see. And coming off the back of what happened with Vogel last year, and we're seeing the same shit roll out this year, and even back to
HB is going to
Monty.
be paying like 9 coaches by fucking
no.
2029.
And go back to Monty, then Vogel, now fucking Budenholzer. Maybe this squad, since Kevin Durant's come in, just ain't coachable. And maybe if they want to be fair dinkum and they want to talk about winning championships, maybe they need to become coachable. I just think we need to stop blaming the coaches and the fucking front office and start calling out these players.
Yeah.
Now, it is as simple as that. For me, it's as simple as that. It is the players that need to be called out, and they need to step up.
I think it was about 2.5 years ago, nearly 3 years ago, and we sat in our fucking chats and our fucking podcasts, and we fucking went, oh my God, James Jones just went and got Yuta Watanabe and fucking Keita Bates Diop and Chimezie Metu, and these guys were the fucking like they were. It was the master stroke, and then but we did it again too, because when we went and got fucking the next iteration with Eric Gordon, and fucking all them running mates, same thing. Oh, master stroke. Oh, this is way better than last time. You know, we've been so unlucky, and then we've done it again. And we've gone out and we've got a new fucking squad, which we thought were all fucking Tyus Jones, Monty Morris. But the problem is that these guys can't fucking cook and set offenses when you have a big three that are ball dominant and just can't get it out of their fucking head because they're not coachable.
I do love a good
It doesn't matter who we put around these fucking guys unless they're fucking. There is an alpha. There needs to be an alpha above them that gives a fuck. And
we had an alpha, and then he got his period.
Anyway, yeah. What's the next segment, Gav?
Very, very sexist podcast episode between the coat hanger comment and anyway.
It's actually quite woke. I just said a bloke got his period. I mean, you know.
I
Fair
will
enough.
kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
So, Homer, please feel free to tell us anything.
Who do you want to have a beer with today, Boyd?
It's just should be like a Josh Coke. Oh, what about James Jones?
It's your beer.
It's going to be James Jones, and it's just going to be.
Remember though. Now you need to tell us what type of drink you're having with James.
Oh, we're going to have something stiff.
Like the master stroke.
No shandies this weekend, James. We are straight on the Gentleman Jack. We're going to go with Gentleman Jack. Nice drop. So we're going to do that, and we're going to talk about
Suns fever. Yep. Put that comment up, Gav.
We're going to sit back and we're going to have a chat about. We're going to sit down and fucking kids, huh? Fucking kids. I've got 5 of them that don't fucking behave as well, mate. And he's obviously talking about his starting 5, and I'm just talking about my 5 fucking rugrats. But we've got a lot in common, so we'll have a great Gentleman Jack together.
And I'm assuming that James will be paying for the Jack.
You fucking oath if it's the old gentleman.
You cheap motherfucker.
Hey, James, you want to come have some homebrew with me, mate?
Nate, who are you having a beer with?
John fucking Voider. Bottom line up front. That's what I got told from my director in my performance review. You come to a meeting, you bring the bottom line up front, then you explain it in bullet points. Love it. So, John Voider. I listened to the Suns Jam Session New Year's Eve pod post-game, and I was somewhere between tears and hysterics watching John do it on his own after the loss, drinking his fucking chocolate, whatever the fuck drink he had going on with whipped cream all over his fucking beard. And he just did not give a fuck. And he's between talking comments of the game. He's like, fuck this shit. And I was cracking up. But he made so many good points about the game, but he was just in such a fucking post-game haze depression. I really felt for him, and I just want to have a beer with that motherfucker based on how he ended the year on his pod.
Justin, who would you like to have a beer with?
Eric Bledsoe.
Fucking why?
Why?
Beg him to come back.
He's already said what Jimmy will say.
Do I need to explain?
What? Yeah,
yes.
go.
Just
because,
say
why.
like I need to ask him like how he was so precipient. Like if I would have just listened to him like 7 years ago, I wouldn't have to go through all this shit.
So what you basically want to know is who's your hairdresser? Because that's where he tweeted from, right?
Not his wife's.
All right, there you go.
But still.
And what beverage would you have with Mr. Bledsoe when you two catch up?
Well, I'd probably have an iced tea because I don't drink, remember?
That's true, but
Mr. Gummy over here.
He could have whatever he wants. Yeah, you two lightweights could. I'd pay for you guys because you guys can't drink, even though they're from Australia. I don't get that still, but whatever.
Hey, we can drink. We just don't do fucking gummies. All right.
All I know is I paid for your drinks all afternoon. Well, you were sleeping, Nate. Gavin, you were the one that
I was getting
light-
patted on the
you
head.
paid for my drinks, and it was
like $50 for like 7 hours. I was like, "What happened here, bud?" And it was like a
prices,
resort.
baby.
I just flown for
probably
18 hours.
It was because the waitress thought it was cute. That's probably why.
That's probably.
It's definitely.
It wasn't the fact that
I didn't have a mustache.
It was the porno mo for sure.
You
I
know,
only drank beer. I didn't drink top shelf. That's why, Justin. I only drank beer.
Thank you.
Are you
Look,
still
next-
Are you still allowed near your children's school?
Dude, I was actually allowed to all soccer games this weekend. Kids loved it. That sounds terrible to say, but they did. They're like,
It really
Mr.
does.
Justin has a
Mo.
mustache. And I'm like, I do. You don't have to yell so loudly, though.
Nate, did you say what type of beer you were going to have with Mr. Boyder?
No, I probably
No,
have one of
it's
those
chocolate
fancy
things.
fucking 4 ounces of what he had,
Freedom.
Baileys and chocolate
40.
sauce and some vodka in there. I don't know what
Oh,
was
he
saying.
did
Then
have that
put
on
some
New
cream
Year's.
on it.
But can I suggest
I
to
don't know.
you?
I'm gonna get some
He
in my
doesn't
little
just drink
beer
those
there
on
as
New
well.
Year's. That's Voida's go-to.
Can-
You guys didn't know
Can
that?
I suggest to you? Can I suggest to you have an old fashioned with Mr. Boyder? He
Oh,
loves.
that's
he
my
loves.
drink. I
he loves
love
having
fucking
an
old fashions. You got your
So,
bourbon
dude,
there. You got
it
your
was my
sugar
go-to
syrup.
back in the day.
Yeah, fuck yeah. A little bit
Yeah,
of bitters on
do
top.
that.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to have a beer
Orange
with
beer, you
Derek
got a bourbon, orange beer,
Rose.
you know.
Patrick,
I'm going to have a beer with Derek Rose. Congratulations, Derek
Oh.
Rose. Your jersey
Yeah.
will be retired by the Chicago Bulls. Very well deserved. A career ruined by injury, but certainly well deserved. League MVP. Would have been great to see what he did. Outside of that, because I don't want to waste my flog on it, but fuck you, Zach Levine, for coming out in your after game today and saying that everything Derek Rose is the epitome of what Chicago's about. For some reason, he forgot that a bloke called Michael Jordan might have played basketball in Chicago. But anyway, that's
Well, I mean, I think he's just trying to be complimentary towards Derrick Rose.
maybe, but I mean, still, it's Michael Jordan.
Like, I want to have a beer with Derrick Rose. Also, fuck you for being so complimentary towards that guy. Sorry. Anyway.
Isn't
Sorry,
he
I
a
look-
racist?
Fuck that guy.
Boyd, who made you sit back over the last couple of weeks when we haven't potted and just go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Just because I'm about to trade him in my fucking head, it's KD. Just because he's not what I thought he was going to be, and it's not personal. It's not. I'm not attacking his overall stat lines or his fucking credibility as a very talented fucking individual. But just because he sold me fool's gold and got me all fucking hard, and now I'm sitting here with a boner with nothing to fucking put it in. Yeah, KD.
Nate, who gave you a boner with nothing to put it in that made you sit back and go, you know what? Fuck that guy.
I feel like it's the opposite then, right?
I just realized I've been on mute for like a minute, so I'm fucking, probably a good thing, to be honest with you. I don't have a fuck that guy. I've just got a whole fuck that team.
I like Coda Kid. He's there. Fuck the second apron. And who's the? Is it CJ McCollum who's the fucking leader of the players who put this?
Yeah.
Who gave the final tick for the CBA or whatever? He has to have some sort of say. Fuck that guy. Fuck him in his ass.
Justin, who made you sit back in the last week or so and say, fuck that guy?
I was at the game on New Year's Eve, so all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
All right, we've
Every
got
single
consensus
Suns
already.
fan in that arena.
Like, dude, I'm done. Like, why? Why do we give what? Like, I'll say this: earlier, and I get like the passion and like Gavin, you're talking about like this breaking people. Like, how about we just don't give a fuck anymore? Why let it break you? Why not just show the same fucking disinterest that they show on the court? Like, why don't we just do that?
Because we can't. We're incapable of doing
But
that.
you can. Just try a little, because like
I tried that today and it didn't
Are you
work.
telling
Like,
me?
halfway through
Are you
the
telling
third
me to go
quarter,
out and get a life? Because that's fucking hard.
no, I'm just saying just try to watch the Suns emotionless.
Easier said than done. Easier
Like,
said
that's
than
what
done.
I've been doing. Just go
tried.
catatonic as you watch them, have no expectations.
There's
It's
no
just
fun
And
in
it
that.
works.
then you
No,
just
but-
feel nothing. If you feel nothing, then it doesn't hurt. That's what I'm saying.
So you're saying remove all emotions, go
Mhm.
all serial killer on it,
Mm-hmm.
no emotion whatsoever.
I like to
Just
call
watch
it.
the
I like
game.
to
That's
call
like
it.
going to a rubber tug and not
I
coming.
like to call it compartmentalizing, but you could call it what you want to call it.
Can I just back this up and shout out to Jake, because he's got a good point. We all missed him on our
Can't be
beer
right.
when he had
No,
his.
wait, what?
He just had his civil union / marriage, and we would none of us had a beer with him for it. So poor bastard. Sorry. His follow-up comment too. This is why the team lacks chemistry.
Hey,
I
who
feel
got
like he's
invi-
talking
hey,
about the. I think
who got
I
invited?
think he's talking about Suns Podland right now.
Who got invited to the wedding? Raise your hand.
That's
It
exactly
was a
right.
civil. That's why
Yeah,
it was a
fuck you,
civil
Jake.
union. There was no guests.
Yeah, mad invite, Jake.
Yeah.
There were no guests. 0 guests.
Oh, I don't know. He
Well,
did
it wouldn't
in
be a
Guess
civil
what?
Ohio or
union.
You know what?
somewhere, didn't he?
You know what you do? You know what the smart thing would have been? For him to send a token invite, because guess what? Then my dumbass would have been like, "Well, I got to send him a fucking gift at least. Then we got some money out of me." or some
Exactly
shit.
right.
Ah,
Actually, it would
way to
have been
go,
better if
Jake.
you'd just flown to Phoenix.
Yeah,
Way to
hey,
go,
I take
Jake.
it back. No, I take it back. Can I take mine back? Mine's Jake.
Yeah, mine's Jake for saving me some money on a gift
Yeah, fuck that
because
guy.
I didn't get a token invite to the. Oh, you were. Yeah, fuck that guy.
No, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
We're
Yeah,
on fuck
yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
No, we're past
Jake,
that one.
Jake went and got married.
Jake's
He
like,
didn't-
nobody wants to drink with me. I just got married, and I'm like, I'm changing my fuck that guy to Jake.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
No
and
one's allowed
I'm
to
gonna.
drink with you anymore.
just kidding.
I was
Jake.
gonna go
I'll
with
drink
this.
you.
I was gonna go
Well, I
with the
won't, but you
Suns
know what I
too.
mean.
I was gonna go with the Suns too, but I'm now with Justin. The one that made me sit back and go, fuck that guy was Jake for not inviting us to his wedding. I thought we were friends now. Fuck that guy.
God, Jake, you jerk. What did I ever do to you?
Jerk.
You
Yeah,
fallen
Jake.
founder, you opened this hole.
Oh,
You
I took
opened
it
this
down a
hole right
positive
in.
path, but
You
someone
opened
takes-
this hole
someone
right
takes
in
a
the
night
boy
chat
who
for
had a
like
phone up.
3 days.
Jake
It's
opened
your
the hole
fault.
with
It's
right
your
next to
fault my
boys
dad
with a
doesn't love
phone had nowhere to put it in.
Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding,
gentlemen.
Jake. Jake, when Gavin's out here, you should come out, and then like we can all
You
watch the
should.
Suns game. I'll sit there all emotionless with you guys. It'll be fun.
As long as you got that mustache. Because I swear to God, if you sat there completely emotionless with the mustache, that would be like every single crime TV show that comes out of America.
I'm just like
ever
this.
made. Like
plus an
that.
erection.
I'm just like this the whole game.
Exactly.
Plus an erection.
Exactly like that, with us sitting next to a cheering, going, "Yeah, you go, Suns!"
You
and
get
you're
up,
just
I'm
sitting
all
there like,
like. Anyway, it wouldn't be hard, quite frankly. I just have
Oh,
to
I
pay
was
attention to
just-
the refs because that's
I got
still
a memory
irritates
pop
me. I
up
can't help
when
it.
we were at Marley's with Dave and Dan and my mate Mike,
God,
and it
what
popped
a-
up, and you're sitting there completely
night.
clean shaven with short hair. I'm like, who's this cunt? I don't remember
Dude.
him.
I've gone through quite a few different looks since COVID. Actually, think about
Yeah.
it.
You got that little fucking man bun going on back there and a porno mo. I mean, you're fucking 2 steps away from a Snoop Dogg video.
Oh, dude, you should
That
have
is-
seen. So I have
that is more serial killer mode than it is. porno.
I'll show you guys
be
a
honest.
picture later. I have these pair of like aviators that I wear, and like I look like a cop. Like it's like oh.
Do you look like a cop where music comes on and goes?
Right, like I'm like one of those weird cops.
I just
Definitely
love
a
some
dirty
tight,
cop.
The
Thailand
Police
go-go
Academy
music
cops.
right now.
Oh, one of those.
Anyway, Boyd's
hate
just
this
sitting
team.
there silently looking at him.
I hate it.
I
About
hate this
fucking
team.
time.
Justin,
I
thank
love
you so
guys,
much
though.
for joining
Thank
us.
you.
You made us laugh. You made things happy again. Thank you very much.
I'm happy.
Thanks for coming
I'm happy
and
you
joining
take
us.
such joy in my misery.
Well, something we have to be happy about something. Thank you for joining us.
Can't cry, you laugh.
Last comments. Where do we find you? And don't forget, you still need to give us an update about your podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm at So Says Jay. Our podcast is at Fan the Flames NBA. We'll do another episode someday, maybe. I don't know. Last time we did one, Dan committed to like doing them live and like streaming them, and then every time I bring it up in our group chat, nobody replies to me. So I think I might have inadvertently killed our podcast. I don't know, but maybe. Oh, son of blue. Oh, man. Well played. Well played. Well played. Wait, hold on. I still need an invite. Now I'm showing up.
Nate,
Your move, sir. This is gonna
where do we
cost me, like
find-
way too much money. My wife's gonna be like, "You spend how much to be like funny?" I'm like,
to go to Iowa.
"Iowa's beautiful in May. Who would have known? The cornfields are succulent." Anyway, I think you were ending the episode. You don't let me go. I'm gonna.
Nate, last comments. Where do we find you?
Well,
I love you,
tomorrow's
Jake, by
pretty
the way.
significant for me. I've been with my current company for like 10 years, and we got my business unit got acquired by a much bigger company. So tomorrow, you'll appreciate this, Justin. It's been like 6 months of fucking legal transitions and transition documents that cover all the fucking intellectual property and IT and all that shit. And finally, Singapore law has allowed me to transition to the new company. That happens tomorrow. So 10 years with my last company, and now I start with a new one tomorrow. So that's my significant sign-off. After this, I have a pretty quiet one because I got to rock up to the new office and see all the new bosses in the morning. Other than that,
So where's
Nikki's
the new
fucking on
office?
shit.
Where's the new office that we can find you at?
Oh, it's still in Singapore, and it's fucking way out west at Geelong. It's fuck.
Geelong,
I just
Singapore.
fucking got the office from Changi, which is 30 minutes away, into Navina, which is 10 minutes away. Now I got to go west to fucking Geelong, another 30 minutes. Motherfucker.
So basically, Nate's
there's a
turned
city
into
in
a
Singapore
Singaporean.
called Changi.
Changi.
It's the best airport in the fucking world, man. Google that shit.
Sorry.
It is by far the best fucking airport in the world.
So basically, what Nate's saying is that he finally got an office 10 minutes away, because in Singapore, everyone thinks anything half an hour away is like the furthest thing away in the world.
Well, it is, because no one drives here. We all get Grab / what you call Ubers.
And then you come to Australia and you say, "Oh, where do you live?" 30 minutes away. It's like the quickest drive ever.
Have you guys?
But Nate's
but
been
you
down
got your own
the
car.
Do you guys have Waymos where you are?
No.
Automated cars, self-driving cars that are
no, but you said a great story about you caught a Waymo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that
when
footage. It was scary.
Like
when I'm back in March,
let's get drunk and get into a driverless car.
We'll just they can take us wherever our hearts desire.
Just drive us. Why not?
You play your own music in there. It's fantastic. I'll play all the Taylor Swift.
I'll catch my own way, mate. Thanks. Boyd, last comments. Where do we find you?
Offensive.
Mate, you can find me at Buds83 on Twitter. You can find me at Aussie Suns Fans on the Instagrams, at Fucko on a mystery platform, and probably
What's
at my
your
new
penis
team,
platform?
At my new team, the Miami Heat games, watching them on whatever. Just trying to figure out what culture really looks like, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you all where we've been going wrong. So, yeah, fuck the Suns, man.
What a
I feel like
holy crap.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, that's kind of a little bit of an additional.
Gosh, man.
You made all those comments I just said sound fucking minuscule with that sum up. Fuck.
Jesus Christ.
Follow us.
Just telling them to be men. Boyd's like.
Follow us at Aussie Suns Fans on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X.
What's that?
Blue
Is it
sky.
blue sky or some shit?
Blue sky.
What is it? There's a picture of a penis on there.
There's Boyd's picture is a penis. Click like, click subscribe, comment. Basically, this video is just going to get 15 comments. It's going to be Boyd on 7 different logins that he's got on YouTube, commenting
actually,
about how he's
I've got something
fantastic.
to say. I've got something to say.
Oh, it's
I've got something to say.
okay.
And Nate, you're right. It's a very sad penis. My blue sky profile picture. The best thing that's happened to me in the last 3 months. And why don't you cunts get on it? No one talks to us in the comments section. So I make an effort to go on every single fucking thing and comment on all different parts of the show on multiple
About
accounts,
yourself.
trying to fucking help our algorithm. And you cunts don't do a fucking thing. Don't even like it. Fucking have a dig, boys.
Are you talking to us or are you talking to the
You
people
two.
out there?
You
Oh,
too.
Us too. Right.
Yes.
I like
Get
to
on
point
there.
out
Talk
that
to me.
this is a type of leadership the Suns need within their locker room. This is the
Yes. Yes.
On that note,
clip that.
thanks very much for
Put it
joining
on
us.
repeat.
We'll catch you next week. Boyd will snip this and put it on Twitter for those who haven't seen it. We love you. And unlike the Suns, tonight we were not here to fuck spiders.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.